Hey everyone, and welcome back to Rindone Travel. I'm Ray. This is episode 3 of Airline Loyalty Wars, and today our spotlight feature is going to be none other than United Airlines. In case you're new to this series, I'd recommend watching videos 1 and 2 first on American and Delta, but if you're not and want to jump right into the action, let me tell you how it's going to work. So I start off with a brief overview of the airline, and then I talk about things like its alliance, its lounges, its hubs, its aircraft, its earning status, its earning value, and then I give a top tier example of how to earn top tier status. So let's talk about it. United Airlines comes in at number 1 for the most destinations by any U.S. carrier, with a total of 354. They also have a pretty large fleet of 949 different aircraft. United operates mostly a Boeing fleet, but the crazy thing about them is they have 723 aircraft on order, by far the most out of any airline in this video we're going to talk about. That could bring their fleet size to potentially over 1,600 aircraft. United has 6 different classes of service. It starts with its Polaris business class on its long-haul international flights. Then it's followed by its first class, Premium Plus, Economy Plus, Economy, and then Basic Economy. Next, let's talk about alliances. As part of Star Alliance, with over 26 other airlines serving 1,294 destination airports all throughout the world. United also has 9 hubs, and they have them all over the country. They have them in Chicago, Denver, Houston, Los Angeles, Newark, San Francisco, Washington, Dulles, and then they also have a weird hub. It's in Guam. That's very weird for a hub. Off to the lounge access now, everyone's favorite part. Now, lounges are based off of things that I've talked about before, such as where you're sitting on the plane if you're in first class, do you have status with them, do you have a credit card, things like that. United has 27 different lounges all throughout the US and their airports. So now let's move on to the mileage program, and it's called MileagePlus. United is actually the first one that has 2 different ways you can earn status. So you can earn status by PQFs and PQPs. PQF is Premier Qualifying Flights, which means how many flights have you taken. Then you can earn status by PQPs, which is Premier Qualifying Points, which pretty much means how much money do you spend on the aircraft. United has 5 different tiers like the other ones. They have their member brand, then they have their Premier Silver, Premier Gold, Premier Platinum, then Premier 1K. They also have the 5th tier invitation only, which is called Premier Services. Now, before I get into the actual benefits, PQPs are earned by same thing as before. 1 PQP is $1 spent on the aircraft. The first tier is Premier Silver, and that's earned after 12 PQF and 4,000 PQP, or solely 5,000 PQP. At this status, you get 1 free check bag, you get priority upgrades, and you get free seat assignments. You also get benefits such as boarding, check-in, and a 7 times mileage boost on miles, not PQPs, miles. Next is Premier Gold after 24 PQFs and 8,000 PQP, or solely 10,000 PQP. At this status, you get everything we talked about before, plus 2 free check bags in economy, Group 1 boarding, 48-hour upgrades, and 8 miles on spending. Next is Premier Platinum, and that's earned after 36 PQFs and 12,000 PQPs, or solely 15,000 PQP. You get everything we talked about in the last status, plus 3 free check bags in economy, 72-hour confirmed upgrades, and 9x miles on spending. And lastly is the coveted Premier 1K, and that's earned after 54 PQFs and 18,000 PQP, or solely 24,000 PQP. And you get everything talked about in the last status, plus priority pre-boarding, 96-hour confirmed upgrades, and 11x on spending. The last level is that 5th tier, and that's called Premier Services, as it's invite only and status is based on discretion. So earning PQP on United is actually, I think, the hardest out of any airline. They offer tons of ways to do it, but the earnings are really, really bad. Let me talk about it. So normal PQPs earn 1 times point per dollar spent on United flights. That's pretty much standard across the board, same with United and Delta and American, so that's standard. But here's where it gets crazy. United has a lot of credit cards. So United actually has 4 credit cards, 3 personal and a business, and their earning rates for PQPs are horrendous. So unlike Delta and American, United actually maxes out the amounts of PQPs that you could earn in a single year, and that's 10,000. And you can only earn 25 PQP for every $500 in credit card spend. Meaning that if you wanted to earn 10,000 PQP, it's going to cost you $200,000. So if you want to earn that top tier United status, you're probably going to have to fly. So let's walk through the example. So on May 11th, you can actually fly 5 times a day from Los Angeles to Las Vegas. And United actually has the same thing. It's a revenue-based spending, so that means you want to spend the most money. Those 5 flights a day are going to cost a total of $1,344.20 in first class refundable. To get to Premier Silver, it would take you 3.72 days at a rate of $5,000 spent. Then, to get to Premier Gold, it would take you another 3.72 days with a total of $5,000 additional. After that, it would take you another 3.72 days and cost you another $5,000. And lastly, it would take $9,000 more dollars plus 6.7 more days. That is a total time of 17.86 days and a cost of $24,000 to earn that top tier status on United. So if you did earn that top tier status on United in the way that I just talked about, you would earn approximately 181,000 miles, and United miles actually are worth a pretty decent amount. So those 181,000 miles are going to be worth between $2,100 and $2,900. As you can see here, United actually costs the least amount of any airline we talked about so far to reach its top tier status. I'm impressed. So let's get to the last example. A flight from LAX to Sydney is going to cost about $7,000 in business class and about $1,150 in economy. If you were to do this route pretty often, you'd be saving about $5,500 every time you wanted to fly in first class in that lie-flat Polaris seat. I'm not saying these upgrades are guaranteed because you could be stuck in the back of the plane with everyone else, but if you did fly this route a lot and you got those upgrades a lot, top tier United status could be worth it in the long run. So, are you a fan of the United MileagePlus program? Let me know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe, and remember to reach out to Rindone Travel for all your travel booking needs. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in episode 4.